Welcome back, my dears. Welcome back. We're here to talk about the tremendous effects of this month. We're talking January 2026 for our wonderfully soulful, sweet Cancer listener.
Oh, I am absolutely buzzing with this energy. When we look at the sky energies you shared, I mean, this isn't just a monthly forecast. This is a launch pad
A total launch pad.
for a major 2-year cycle. You've basically sent us the roadmap to your greatest alliances and your deepest emotional transformation. It's huge.
Okay, let's just get right into this. You know how our Cancer friends are just famous for carrying their emotional home, their shell, right on their back for safety?
1,000%. Security is everything.
But the central insight we're getting here is so clear. January 2026 is asking for a swap. You are being asked to set that shell down.
Just for a little while.
Right, not forever, but long enough to trade that immediate comfort for some massive long-term security. The mission is all about relationships and alliances.
Absolutely confirmed. We see this immediate emotional reward that just cleanses the slate, and then it's followed by this intense, defining shift in how you partner and ally with people for the next 24 months.
Okay, so let's start with that colossal gift that kicks the month off, because according to the sky indicators, you begin January with a blessing that's just pure emotional fulfillment.
It truly is a divine alignment, my dear listener. Early in the month, so around January 3rd, we have this powerful full moon happening right in your sign, Cancer.
In your first house.
In your first house.
So for anyone who might not track the terms, the first house is you. It's your body, your health, your core life direction. A full moon here is always a big deal, a culmination. Why is this one so special?
Well, the sources are calling this a very beneficial full moon, a powerful, some are even saying arguably the best moon of 2026.
Oh.
And the reason why is that it's sitting right next to lucky Jupiter and the star Sirius.
Sirius. Okay, that's where that high vibrational, that angelic energy comes from?
Exactly. Sirius is known as the luckiest star. It's connected to this profound divine wisdom, that Isis and Mother Mary energy. So when Jupiter, the planet of expansion and fortune, lines up with Sirius in your sign,
It's like a direct download.
it's a direct download of practical, beneficial energy right into your personal well-being. It's incredible.
So if the full moon is a completion, what is it that's actually completing for our listener?
It's the harvest of a seed that you planted about 6 months ago, so think back to last June or July. This full moon brings emotional joy, reward, and it activates what the sources call good karma. It is a literal unlocking of luck.
I was reading that part and I was thinking, this is that moment where the universe is just saying, yes, you deserve this relief. So what are the actual tangible results?
Well, tapping into that luck means, maybe try the lottery. But more practically, this moon offers a chance for a really positive and important decision about your life's direction, your health, family.
You're seeing results.
You're seeing results, a reward. For many Cancers, this is being freed from some physical suffering or maybe resolving some long-standing mental health struggles.
That's why the cleansing is so important.
Yeah.
You can't launch a 2-year mission if you're carrying all that old weight.
Yeah,
This moon is like a divine therapy session that actually works.
it does. We know how much our sweet Cancer friends worry about their emotional life. This event with Jupiter and Sirius, it's just a massive wave of relief that says, okay, your foundations are solid, now you can look outward.
All right, so that emotional foundation is laid, the energy's clean. Now we shift gears completely. This is where the 2-year mission really begins. We go from self-care to the challenge of partnership.
And this is the defining event of the month. The focus moves immediately from your first house, your personal space, straight across the sky into the 7th house of partnerships
And that's in Capricorn.
in Capricorn. And we have a massive concentration of planets there, what we call a stellium.
Okay, so when the sources say stellium, let's break that down. Is this just like a temporary booster shot, or is this actually changing the landscape? How should you feel that energy?
You should feel it like the universe is putting all its weight, all its focus onto one specific area of your life. And it's structural because the Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury are all gathering here. The Sun-Mars cycle is the big one.
Right, that only happens once every 2.5 years.
Exactly. So the seeds you plant right now are going to dictate your contracts and your alliances for the next 2 years. This is serious business.
And the 7th house is that alliance zone. Relationships, contracts, deals, clients, even your public audience.
Oh.
So a huge focus on Capricorn, that sign of discipline and ambition. What does that mean for our very sensitive Cancer?
It means new alliances are starting with powerful people, strong people, people who are super disciplined, motivational. This energy is saying you will form alliances that help you build the long-term tangible security that you crave.
Oh, I love that. It connects the partnership focus right back to that core Cancer need. So financially, professionally, this has got to be huge.
Fantastic. The source material really hammers this home. It's fantastic for dealing, for making business deals shark-like. It's great for sales, for connecting to clients.
You can become a better salesperson.
A much better
Yeah.
salesperson because you finally have the willpower, that Mars energy, to go after what you need. It's about learning to fight like a general, but only for the things that bring you more love and security.
My nasty birds, I'm talking to you. Your ruling planet, the moon, loves comfort. But this cycle says you have to get out there and actively define these alliances. Now, let's talk about the friction. You mentioned Mars is in there. Capricorn can be rigid. How do we know this isn't just 2 years of arguing?
That's a great point. And yes, Mars and the Sun, two very willful planets in the House of Partnership, means the potential for power struggles is real. It is. But the key here is that these struggles are constructive.
Oh,
You're not fighting against someone. You are fighting with someone to define a major goal.
so the argument is just part of the process of defining the goal. It's figuring out who's leading, what the structure is, what the shared effort looks like.
Precisely. In love, this means taking a relationship to the next level. This stellium supports developing a goal together with your romantic partner. Starting a business, buying a house, adapting to a new responsibility together.
So the whole mission shifts from I need to feel secure to we are building security together. That is a massive perspective change for Cancer.
It is. And this commitment phase naturally leads us into the final and maybe the most intense zone of the month, which is around January 20th.
Okay.
Once that partnership energy is defined, the cosmos starts unlocking this deep transformation and hidden windfalls. The planets shift toward the 8th house.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because the 8th house is that intense zone of shared resources,
Yeah.
deep mergers, psychological renewal, the chunky money zone, as the sources call it.
That's right. This house is all about money that comes to us from others. So we're not talking about your salary here. We're talking about investments, taxes, inheritances, alimony, insurance payouts.
A windfall through a spouse or a business partner.
Exactly. It's financial flow from external sources.
So the alliances you just defined in the 7th house now start to feed the 8th house. The new contract, the new partnership, the joint goal, that's what unlocks the chunky money. It makes perfect structural sense.
And the excitement just keeps building because a lot of the conjunctions here are happening with Pluto, the planet of power, death, and rebirth.
Pluto.
The Sun-Pluto and Mars-Pluto alignments are happening in this house of deep resources.
Okay, that sounds intense, but this is the ultimate empowerment zone, isn't it?
It is. Pluto signifies transformation and crisis, yes, but its purpose here is radical renewal. This brings deep spiritual realizations, major psychological breakthroughs. It's an internal transformation, like emerging from a cocoon.
And this is why that emotional cleansing from the full moon was so vital at the start of the month. You can't face down Pluto and resolve these deep, long-standing issues if you're still clinging to the old shell. This is about transforming your emotional responses for good.
Exactly. It's about aligning with your higher self, finally getting a clear, powerful vision for your financial and emotional future. You resolve those old debts, whether they're physical or psychological, and you are reborn with this radical new capacity for security.
So the whole message flows perfectly. The full moon clears the baggage, the stellium creates the alliances and defines the 2-year mission, and then the Pluto alignment gives you the power to transform everything below the surface.
Precisely. This month defines what you fight for, who you fight alongside, and what you're going to achieve together for the next 2 years. You are being filled with an unstoppable drive.
What a monumental defining month for our Cancers. Let's just send you off with all the positive energy you need for this mission. You're getting emotional renewal, you're securing powerful new alliances, and you're getting this cosmic nudge towards financial windfalls.
Embrace that feeling of unstoppable drive, my dear listener. Remember, the universe is providing the motivation and the strong partners to help you build the future you really crave.
My nice-hearted listener, next month is waiting with even bigger surprises as this energy flows into February. So please go out and enjoy this incredible structural reset.
And if you want to keep exploring these cycles with us, make sure you subscribe to our channel, What Do Stars Say? And if you enjoyed our interpretation this month, please give it a like. And don't be shy, share your comments with us.
We send you all the positive energy. Take care.
Bye, my dears.